Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa.
Hello everyone, my name is Fafa Gilbert and welcome to my creative African cooking channel in Ndudu by Fafa. This is the Christmas week and it's all going to be about Christmassy dishes. It's going to be twisting and twisting more. Oh, can I even not twist? Yeah, I can, I'm sure. Hey, Minjaro for some crown, I mean, country, I mean, Jane Horn, and okay, me my cable. Nini nona ko uba ye ona sa ni bre nche o make space o how he no dashi no ye no to am cause inspiration e ba ba chu Ndudu yare manya ndudu violo and ndo kama la fima ko mo tama bu ma ndudu ko mo bunata monyo kaka. I have to bring you that creative twister that this week kana kpom ko hana no ko miadi Asaana okay.
So to start off this beautiful drink, you will need 250 grams of corn kernels. Now I found these white version in an Asian shop, which was quite exciting for me because usually you just find the normal popcorn ones, but not this. So I knew definitely Asaana had to represent, and I had to ferment this. So I took 250 grams of the corn kernels, and then I actually added 2 liters of water. I placed it in a saucepan with a tight lid and fermented it for 5 days. It is important that you do have something that you can cover it and seal, because when it does ferment, it actually does smell a little bit like, let's say, the stinking Bishop cheese, really. So yes, it's important. Alternatively, if you can actually ferment it outside, it's great, but then it's cold now, so it's best to actually keep it in your kitchen. But so far as you can seal it, that's great. So after 5 days of fermenting, you then place it on a medium heat and you bring it to a boil. When you do boil it, it would actually have the scum actually at the surface, and what I do is get rid of it because I don't want that bitter taste. If you don't get rid of it and it cooks it with it, then it leaves a bitter taste. At this point, for flavor, I'm actually adding my grains of saline, which just adds that beauty to this dish. So boil the juice for about 35 minutes to 45 minutes, or until it's actually half in quantity. Then strain it and reserve the juice for the next stage.
So I'm just adding the juice of the corn to my saucepan. Just rinse it with a little bit of water. And just bring it to that boil. Now this is something that you actually do at least about, 2 or 3 days before Christmas Day, so that you can actually chill it, and it's just great. So now that I've done this, I'm actually going to be making my caramel.
Place your saucepan on a high heat and add 50 milliliters of water. Then add 200 grams of sugar and mix everything together till it's well combined. This is my easy foolproof way of making my caramel. So yeah.
Asaana is this beautiful, thirst-quenching drink that is actually served across Ghana. And it's actually made out of caramel and the juice of fermented corn. It's so beautiful.
After 4 minutes of cooking, you can actually see that the sugar is actually boiling, the water is evaporating. And just at that point, you notice that it will start browning. And it's so quick when it starts to brown, so you need to keep an eye on it. Now, immediately it starts browning, you've got about 30 seconds for this to be ready. Now, you need it to be a dark, rich color, but you don't want it burnt, because if it's too burnt, it actually has that bitter taste. So just when you can see that the color is just changing and it's getting to that caramel color, and it's just like a few seconds into the darkness, just turn the heat off, and that would maintain that perfect color for you. Now, if you actually go overboard and you burn it, then it means that your Asaana ends up with a burnt taste, and you don't want that. Secondly, when you add in the corn juice, you need to ensure that the corn juice is warm or hot, because if you add any cold juice to the caramel, it's likely that the sugar would crystallize, so bear that in mind. So at this point, you've actually added your corn juice to your caramel, which is just beautiful. And then I'm adding a little bit of the grains of psyllium or wintia for that little musky, slightly spicy flavor. Allow the wintia or grains of psyllium to actually infuse into this juice for about 5 minutes and remove it and discard. At this stage, you can taste your Asaana for sweetness because I don't like mine too sweet. But at this point, if you feel that it's not sweet enough, you can add some more sugar and mix everything together and boil it for another 2 minutes. Turn the heat off and then cover your saucepan with its lid. Leave the mixture to actually cool down completely and then transfer it into a glass bottle or jar and place it in the fridge until it's needed. So at this point, you will need a muslin cloth. Now, I've actually reserved this my napkin, and this is what I use in straining my stuff. So you can be creative with what you do use. And you can strain this before you actually place it in the fridge, but I just strain it just when I'm about to serve it. And yes, serve it traditionally in a calabash or in a cocktail glass. And yes, you've got your Asaana for Christmas. It's in Ndudu. Look at that beauty. It's like black gold. Oda, Mawela, Azo. You'll find the transcripts for this recipe on my blog ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook as Ndudu by Fafa. So do pass by and say hi. Merry Christmas, everybody. Be nice, be kind, be you, be lovely. I love you. Take care. And the next one, I've got more recipes coming up. So if you haven't subscribed, you need to click that subscribe button like now. You don't want to miss this at all. And that notification button as well.